Imagine, if you will, a glass elevator. Not just heading up a few floors, no.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine it piercing through a factory roof, then the clouds, and then, well, then it just keeps going.
Right up into space.
No.
Just this vast, unknown, and gloriously chaotic expanse.
It's a truly wild, unexpected ascent, isn't it?
Oh, completely. Far beyond anything a normal lift could ever dream of. And that's precisely the journey we're going to explore today for our deep dive.
Absolutely. We've pulled some incredible source material for this. Excerpts from Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator.
A fantastic sequel.
Right. And our mission for you listening in is to explore not just the most surprising facts and, well, frankly, bizarre inventions,
Mm-hmm.
but also to really get into the sheer genius of Dahl's comedic timing and maybe some of the deeper, often absurd implications of this whole adventure.
Yeah, we'll untangle how one man's wonderfully eccentric vision, Wonka's, of course, quickly leads to, well, intergalactic chaos, an unforeseen crisis, and a quite literal quest for age reversal.
So picture this scene right from the start. Charlie, Mr. Wonka, the entire Bucket family,
Yeah, the whole lot.
including Grandma Josephine, Grandma Georgina, and Grandpa George, still tucked up in their bed, which was somehow pushed right on board.
Still in the bed.
And they're already soaring high above the world in this magnificent, sparkling, great glass lift.
Hmm?
Now, almost immediately, Mr. Wonka, being Mr. Wonka, clarifies something really critical about their transport.
Mm.
He declares it's no longer a mere lift. Those, he says, only go up and down inside buildings. Oh, no.
Right. Different category now.
Once it took them into the sky, it had officially become an elevator. It is the Great Glass Elevator.
The grand naming.
And when asked what keeps it up there, his explanation is, well, perfectly whimsical.
Let me guess.
The hooks.
Skyhooks, of course. It's classic Wonka, isn't it? It's not just changing the name, it's like redefining reality itself.
Yeah.
Dahl uses this moment to basically establish that in Wonka's world, the rules of physics, they're just suggestions. Imagination can literally lift you off the ground.
And the grandparents' reaction is brilliant.
Oh, priceless. That delightful skepticism. Grandma Josephine instantly pipes up, "The man's cracked."
Uh-huh.
While Grandma Georgina adds, "He fiddles around," and even calls him cracked as a crab. They're clearly not buying the skyhooks for a second.
Not at all. But Wonka, he's never put off by a bit of skepticism, is he?
Never.
He just presses a brown button, the elevator shudders, then shoots vertically upward like a rocket at sizzling speed. You can almost feel the family's fright.
Oh, yeah. They're yelling, "We'll be pulpified."
Scrambled like eggs. What's his audacious goal here? I mean, what's he actually trying to do?
He's not deterred at all, is he? His aim is terrifyingly simple. To punch a hole in a roof.
Another hole.
Right. He even says 2 holes are better than 1. Any mouse will tell you that. It's this blend of, utter recklessness and this almost childlike, nonsensical justification that just is Wonka.
Yeah.
And the family's reaction, the shouts of "pulpified," it perfectly captures that controlled chaos Dahl creates.
But of course, with Wonka, things rarely go exactly to plan, do they?
Not quite.
What follows is this entirely unplanned detour. Just as Mr. Wonka is about to press the green button to, head back down to the factory, Grandma Josephine, in this frantic attempt to stop him, grabs his coattails and yanks him backward onto the bed.
Oh, dear.
So Charlie presses a button, but it's too late.
And boom, the shocking realization hits them. We've gone into orbit.
Just like that.
They're now rushing around the Earth at 17,000 miles an hour. It's this sudden, almost casual transition from high-speed flight to accidental space travel. It's just a masterstroke in comedic escalation.
And then, as if orbiting Earth wasn't enough, they hit 0G.
Oh, the weightlessness.
Can you imagine the chaos inside that glass box, especially with the grandparents?
Oh, it's chaos. The whole company, including the bed and the 3 old ones, are just floating around like balloons.
And these are people who haven't been out of bed in decades. Now they can't stay in it.
Exactly. Mr. Wonka, though, ever the quick thinker, he activates the OXYGN because, as he calmly says, there's no air up here.
Yeah.
Very practical.
Very practical indeed.
It's a brilliant visual. And so typically Dahl taking a real scientific thing like weightlessness and applying it to the most, unscientific characters imaginable.
Yeah.
But my favorite detail here is Grandma Georgina, bless her, still defying physics, insisting I weigh 137 pounds exactly.
She just cannot compute being weightless.
Not a chance. It's a small moment, but it just highlights that stubborn, hilarious absurdity of the grandparents.
So while they're floating about, another object comes into view. Space Hotel U.S.A.,
Ah, yes, the hotel.
described as a gigantic sausage-shaped capsule, an incredible 1,000 feet long. It's this marvel of the space age, tennis court, swimming pool, gym.
Children's playroom.
Yeah.
500 luxury bedrooms.
And crucially, a gravity-making machine, so you can actually walk normally inside.
Right. And speeding up behind it is the transport capsule. This carries all the hotel staff.
The list. Managers, assistant managers, desk clerks, waitresses, bellboys.
Chambermaids, pastry chefs, hall porters.
Okay.
The lot. All led by the three famous astronauts, Shuckworth, Shanks, and Showier.
Dahl's attention to those kinds of bureaucratic, mundane details, even in space, it really amps up the humor, doesn't it?
It absolutely does.
And this is where the grand comedic misunderstanding kicks off. These astronauts, Shuckworth, Shanks, and Showier, they spot the Great Glass Elevator.
Ugh.
They describe it as a crazy glass box with lots of people inside it. And the clincher.
Go on.
At least 3 of them are in nightshirts.
The nightshirts. That's the key detail for the president. The radio conversation with ground control and President Lancelot R. Gilligrass immediately escalates.
Oh, instantly.
The president, without a moment's pause, jumps to the wildest conclusions. She thinks it's a bomb disguised as a bed.
Containing midget astronauts in disguise.
Exactly. And this all goes out on a worldwide television broadcast, showing this sinister glass box and its supposedly sinister creatures. The panic is immediate, global. It's just a wonderfully over-the-top satire of media hysteria and, well, government overreaction.
So with the whole world glued to their TVs watching this sinister glass box, Mr. Wonka, true to form, decides on a truly bold move.
What's he gonna do?
Let's beat them to it, Charlie. Let's get there first and go aboard the Space Hotel ourselves.
Of course he does. And what's truly ingenious here isn't just the sheer audacity, but how Dahl uses Wonka's logic to make complex physics seem, well, approachable and hilarious.
Right.
Wonka tells Charlie to use jet propulsion. How? By taking a deep breath and blowing downward to go up or to the left, to shoot off to the right.
Simple.
It suggests that in Wonka's world, pure imagination often just trumps common sense when it comes to solving problems.
And the sight of the grandparents trying this out, it must have been hysterical.
Oh, completely. They're described as trumpeting and spitting like a rhinoceros while flying across the elevator.
All of this, mind you, with the entire world watching them on TV, buzzing about wildly like insects in a glass box. Can you imagine the news anchors?
It's peak absurdity, isn't it? And the president, naturally, misinterprets their movements completely.
How so?
Someone shouts, "Looks like some kind of a war dance, Mr. President." Then, bizarrely, the president jumps to, "You mean they're Red Indians?"
Red Indians, oh my goodness.
It's a wonderful moment that just highlights, the human tendency to project fear and, frankly, stereotypes onto anything unknown.
We even get a quick peek inside the president's study, and it's just filled with the most eccentric advisors.
Oh, yeah, the whole crew.
You've got a medal-laden chief of the army who just wants to blow him up.
Naturally.
A chief spy with a false mustache, a false beard, false eyelashes, false teeth.
The full disguise kit.
And the formidable Vice President Miss Tibbs, known as Nanny, who is clearly the terror of the White House. And let's not forget Mrs. Topsypuss the cat.
Quite the cabinet meeting. What's also surprising are the president's frantic diplomatic calls. He tries the Soviet premier, asks knock knock, waits, then says War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy.
Thinking it's them.
Yep, thinks it's the Russians or maybe the Chinese. He calls China and gets Wings Fish and Vegetable Store or Mr. Wong, Assistant Station Master, Chung King. It's this classic Dahl just injecting these little perfectly timed absurdities.
He's also got his own invention, the Gilligrass patent flytrap. Very presidential.
Of course. So after Houston issues this ultimatum to the 8 foreign astronauts in the Space Hotel, identify yourselves or face the emergency freezer switch.
Minus 100 degrees centigrade, they'll become icicles.
Exactly. After that threat, Mr. Wonka gives his astonishing reply.
Ah, yes, the alien language.
His incredible, completely invented language, Fimbo Fees, Bungo Bana, Zunk Zunk Zunk, and then some bizarre rhyming verse.
And the poor chief interpreter.
Utterly baffled, he concludes, "It is not a language of this world, Mr. President," and the terrifying deduction for the president is immediate.
Men from Mars.
In Venus. Dahl uses this brilliantly to just escalate the humor and the perceived threat without ever actually needing real Martians.
So, believing they are Martians, the president issues a formal invitation to the White House. Red carpet, medals, the works.
Right. But Wonka, privately to Charlie, just scoffs. You look as much like a man from Mars as a bedbug. There's no way they're accepting.
No. So Wonka gives a second reply.
Uh-huh. Another bizarre rhyming poem, this time about grobes in the Quelchy Quaggy Sogmire.
Grobes, Quelchy, Quaggy, Sogmire.
Made-up words, of course. And the president's reaction, I think they're after us. It's just a masterclass in comedic miscommunication.
So why the elaborate performance with fake languages and poems?
Well, the source reveals that right then, the true aliens appear. 5 enormous egg-shaped creatures.
Oh, the Knids.
Exactly, with greenish-brown skin and brilliant red pupils. They emerge from the hotel lifts and terrifyingly stretch and twist their bodies to form the word
Scram.
scram.
And that's Mr. Wonka's urgent command. Get back to the elevator now.
Yeah, and then his chilling explanation drops. These are Vermicious Knids, the most brutal, vindictive, venomous, murderous beasts in the entire universe.
Bro.
He explains they're from planet Vermes, they have no bones, just one huge muscle, they can change shape, become long as a kite string, and bite your head off from 50 yards away.
Yikes. And he even admits his Grobes poem was
just made up to scare the White House. Pure Wonka manipulation.
So what's the deal with these Knids? Where do they fit in the cosmos?
Well, according to Wonka, they're cosmic pests. They apparently ate poozas on the moon, Venus, and Mars. Another Dahl invention, presumably. And Earth's unique defense, our atmosphere.
Ah, the re-entry heat.
Exactly. Anything hitting it at high speed gets red hot. Knids, which are apparently not heat-proof, gets sizzled up completely. He then reveals that shooting stars aren't stars at all.
They're shooting Knids.
Burning up on re-entry. It's a fantastic, totally bonkers way to explain a real-world phenomenon through a completely fantastical lens.
Okay, but the big question, why did they spell scram instead of just, attacking?
Because they're show-offs, Mr. Wonka replies flatly.
Show-offs.
It's the only word they know. It's such a perfect, concise punchline to the whole alien encounter buildup.
So back on Earth, the president, still completely oblivious to the Knids situation,
Still thinking he dealt with Martians.
grants permission for the transport capsule with its 150 hotel staff to link up with the Space Hotel. The irony is just dripping.
And the result is genuinely terrifying. Over the radio, the whole world hears these horrific screams and crunching sounds. Ay, oh, WWW, oh, ow, ow.
Chilling.
Astronaut Shuckworth then frantically reports they were gobbled up by the dirty, greenish-brown brutes with red eyes.
The Knids.
He says they lost maybe a couple of dozen people, including pastry chefs and hall porters. It's a properly chilling moment right in the middle of all the humor.
Meanwhile, the great glass elevator, now speeding away at 34,000 miles an hour to escape an angry Knid,
Which was chasing them.
completes an orbit and finds the transport capsule under attack. Knids everywhere.
Described as swarming like wasps, attacking the capsule with their pointy rear ends. The capsule's crippled, its rockets are busted.
They're stranded.
Things look bleak. But then Charlie, with this surprising flash of brilliance, suggests
Why can't we tow them down?
such a simple, practical idea that just cuts through the panic. Brilliant.
And so begins the Battle of the Knids. Wonka, always prepared it seems, pulls out a re-enscorched steel rope.
Re-enscorched.
Don't ask. And Grandpa Joe becomes the hero. He manages to hook the capsule, despite the danger.
Amazing. The elevator itself is Knid-proof, apparently, so it withstands these ferocious attacks, including one Knid turning its pointy rear into a weapon and ramming the glass.
But the Knids have a counter move, and it's truly horrifying.
What do?
They form a long chain of 1,000 Knids, stretching half-mile long,
A chain of Knids.
creating hooks to link up with the elevator and tow them and the capsule all the way to planet Vermes, which is 18,427 million miles from here.
That's quite a detour.
That's when Wonka makes a split-second life-or-death decision. Home is right, re-entry.
Plunging back to Earth.
He fires the retro rockets, playing the buttons like a piano, and they plummet back towards the atmosphere.
And then the spectacular sight, the Knid chain burning up during re-entry.
Becoming shooting Knids, roasted to a crisp, frizzled to a fritter.
While the great glass elevator, being air-conditioned, ventilated, aerated, and automated, just sails through the heat safely.
Close call.
Extremely. Once they're back in Earth's atmosphere, Wonka releases the transport capsule.
Which deploys his parachutes for a safe landing, presumably.
Hopefully.
The glass elevator, though, no longer needing to slow down, just plunges straight towards the chocolate factory. Aiming to.
Let me guess. Punch another hole in the roof.
You got it. At tremendous speed. There's this dramatic crash landing right back into the factory.
And the Oompa Loompas are there, ready with a song.
Of course, a joyful welcome. Our Willy Wonka's back today. We thought you'd never make it home.
But the grandparents, even after all that, Space, Knids, re-entry,
Still refuse to leave their bed, claiming they never put our feet on the floor unless they're floating.
unbelievable stubbornness, which naturally sets the stage for the next incredible invention.
Okay, let's unpack this. This absolute refusal to get out of bed, even after saving the world, practically.
Right. Mr. Wonka, though, he's not easily put off by simple stubbornness, is he?
No way. He tries to tempt the bed-ridden grandparents with a tiny little bit of something too precious to waste.
Ooh, intriguing. And this something turns out to be
Wonkavite.
Wonkavite, the age reverser, created, as Wonka explains it, by just fooling about in my inventing room.
And there's a hint about its initial unfortunate side effect on a Oompa Loompa.
Yes, that classic Dahlian touch, foreshadowing potential chaos. Always read the label with Wonka products.
The refined version, though, sounds absolutely incredible. It made a 70-year-old Oompa Loompa in a wheelchair into a frisky 50-year-old.
Wow.
And then a slim and sprightly young Oompa Loompa of 30 with golden hair and new teeth. It's basically the ultimate anti-aging dream, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
And the Oompa Loompas, they even have a catchy jingle for it.
Oh, they always do.
If you are old and have the shakes, then what you need is Wonkavite. It promises new teeth, vanished fat, and, get this, an extra 20 years to live.
20 years. It's a whimsical but also kind of pointed commentary on that human desire for eternal youth.
Definitely.
And this is where Dahl's pure imaginative genius just explodes again. Wonka pulls the Wonkavite recipe out of his coattails.
Of course, from his pocket, along with...
Amidst a collection of bizarre items like a homemade catapult, a rubber fried egg, and a stink bomb. Standard pocket contents for Wonka.
Naturally. And the ingredients are just wild.
Oh, well, just a few.
Okay. Hoof of a manticore, yolks of 3 eggs from a whiffle bird, horn of a cow, it must be a loud horn.
A loud horn. Love that.
Square root of a South American abacus, and fangs of a vinscreen viper.
Vinscreen viper. Amazing. The process involves boiling for 27 days to get this hard lump with the pill inside. How does Dahl make these utterly fantastical ingredients feel so, well, so Wonka?
It's the specificity, isn't it? Horn of a cow, it must be a loud horn. And the square root of a South American abacus, that's just wonderfully absurd, twisting what you'd expect in a recipe.
Yeah.
It highlights Dahl's unique blend of the ridiculous and the precise. It creates this sense of a magical, yet somehow entirely consistent internal logic.
Charlie, though, quite wisely, he expresses some concern. He remembers
The gum incident with Violet Beauregard.
Exactly. But Wonka defends Wonkavite, saying Violet snatched the gum, and Wonkavite is safe as sugar candy when taken as instructed.
The crucial fine print, which of course the grandparents completely ignore.
Oh, instantly. In their typical fashion, they get greedy. Grandma Georgina grabs 12 pills, sparking this squabble, and they decide to take 4 pills each. 4.
4 times the dose. The outcome is, predictably, disastrous.
Hilariously so.
Indeed. Grandma Josephine, who is 80 years old, becomes 3 months old, a screaming baby.
Oh, dear.
Grandpa George, 81, becomes a 1-year-old, a great big bouncing 1-year-old boy.
Blur.
And Grandma Georgina, 78. Well, she takes 4 pills, each takes off 20 years, so 80 years off 78. She becomes -2 years old.
-2? What does that even mean?
She's vanished. She's in the waiting room, as Wonka calls it. It's a hilariously catastrophic demonstration of what happens when you don't follow Wonka's instructions.
And then the Oompa Loompas chimes in with a rather grim cautionary tale.
The song about Goldie Pinklesweet.
Who overdosed on laxatives, apparently.
Yeah.
Ending with the moral, never help yourself to medicine from the medicine shelf.
A stark reminder, even in this whimsical world, there are very real, if absurd, consequences.
So Grandma Georgina's -2. They have to get her back.
Which means a quest to Minus Land.
Mr. Wonka activates the Minus Land button, and they travel deep, deep down through the factory, past rock candy quarries, chocolate gushers, giant cogwheels, the works.
Minus Land itself sounds properly terrifying. A heavy gray mist, a fusty, reeky smell, and these invisible creatures called newlies.
Newlies?
Yeah, apparently they puncture your skin, and then you get subtracted,
Yeah.
divided. Then you become one of them.
Yikes. That's arguably one of Dahl's most chilling inventions. A place of pure, unbeing subtraction division.
It really is. And Grandma Georgina appears there as this transparent shadow just floating lengthwise.
How do they get her back from, well, from -2?
Wonka's solution, naturally, is another invention, Vita Wonk, designed specifically to make people older.
The opposite of Wonkavite, and the ingredients must be...
Even more grotesque if possible. Get this. Pint of sap from a 4,000-year-old bristlecone pine.
4,000 years.
Toenail clippings from a 168-year-old Russian farmer.
Ew!
Tail of a 207-year-old giant rat from Tibet. And knuckle bones of a 700-year-old cataloo from Peru.
That list of ingredients is pure, disgusting gold. So Vita Wonk makes you older.
Instantly. And there's a 20-year-old Oompa Loompa, 75 years old, in a flash. Wonka uses a spray gun on Grandma Georgina because, you can't feed a minus.
Right. She's not really there.
Which results in a slight overdose, but successfully brings her back.
But slightly overdosed means?
Her post-Vita Wonk state is described as overplussed. She has a pickled walnut face, and Charlie thinks she's the most extraordinary-looking thing he'd ever seen.
And then they uncover her true age.
Yes. Because she's now much older than 78, she starts recalling things from way back, like sailing on the Mayflower in 1620 when she was 6 years old.
1620. So that makes her...
A staggering 358 years old.
358. Wow.
So Wonka calculates she needs 14 pills of Wonkavite to get her back to the correct age of 78.
And her de-aging journey must be like a history lesson in reverse.
Exactly. She calls out historical events as she gets younger. Admiral Nelson has beaten the French at Trafalgar. Then later, Lincoln. He's dead, he's dead. It's a truly unique way to experience history.
And the baby grandparents, the ones who became 1 year old in 3 months.
They're quickly returned to their former old selves with precise Vita Wonk doses. Back to normal. Or Wonka normal.
It's a testament to Wonka's almost magical, if slightly haphazard scientific precision.
Definitely more haphazard than precision sometimes, I think.
So the grandparents are finally restored to their original ages. Problem solved, right?
You'd think so. But here's the thing. They still refuse to leave their bed.
Unbelievable. After everything.
But then a message arrives from President Lancelot R. Gilligrass.
Ah, President Gilligrass again. What does he want?
He's thanking the unknown spaceship. That's them. Of course, for saving the transport capsule from the mids.
Okay, fair enough.
And he invites all 8 brave astronauts, crucially, including the bed-bound grandparents, to the White House for a huge celebration party. Medals, the works, and Wonka Fudgemello delights.
Wonka Fudgemello delights. That might do it, but there's a problem.
The bed, right. It won't fit in the helicopter that's waiting outside the factory roof.
Exactly. So Mr. Wonka, ever the master manipulator, delivers this cunning little statement to the 3 stubborn old folks in the bed, knowing exactly what will motivate them.
What does he say?
He says very casually, You mean if we don't get out of bed, we can't come?
The fear of missing out, especially missing out on a party and chocolate. It's the perfect trick.
The final hurdle, though, is the lack of clothes. They haven't been out of bed in 20 years. They can't go to the White House in nightshirts.
Good point. What's the solution?
Charlie. Quick thinking, Charlie suggests landing the helicopter on a shop roof on the way over. They can pop in and buy some clothes.
Brilliant. Practical kid.
And the climax to the dead situation. It's pure doll.
Let's hear it.
The 3 old people exploded out of the bed together, sprinting across the factory floor like gazelles with their nightshirts flying out behind them.
Like gazelles, after decades in bed.
Yeah.
It truly is the ultimate absurd solution to a seemingly impossible problem. Such a perfectly Dalian image to end on.
Absolutely. And as they depart for the White House, arms linked, Charlie has this final playful thought. It's not over yet. It hasn't even begun.
Setting up for more adventures, perhaps.
Wow, what a deep dive that was. Seriously. From accidental orbit and that wild dance with the Knids.
Right. To the age-reversing concoctions, minus land, and finally a presidential party.
It's truly a testament, isn't it, that even seemingly simple stories, sequels even, can contain just layers of pure, unadulterated imagination and delightful absurdity.
And quite a bit of maybe subtle social commentary if you look closely at things like the president and the media reaction.
Definitely. We hope you picked up some surprising facts today, perhaps, about the truly bizarre biological makeup of a Vermicious Knid.
Or maybe just how Dahl uses those fantastical ingredients, the toenail clippings and loud cow horns, to playfully poke fun at our own societal obsessions, maybe with youth or quick fixes.
Yeah, you've now got some new conversation starters for sure.
Definitely some weird ones.
So here's a thought to leave you with. If you could take a pill, a Wonkavite pill, to become exactly 20 years younger, would you?
Hmm. Good question. And how about the reverse? An instant aging potion, Vita Wonk.
What are the true costs, the benefits of gaining or losing years like that? And maybe more importantly, how much would you trust the person offering it?
Especially if they also carried a rubber fried egg and a stink bomb in their pocket.
Exactly. It really makes you think, doesn't it, about how we define age and perhaps how we navigate life's own wild, unexpected, sometimes nid-filled rides.